Hello and welcome to day 10 of Scoreboard Addict's Beer Advent Calendar, Beer to Take. Today I am tasting the Sam Adams Old Fezziwig, which is a staple of the Sam Adams Winter Collection. It's a beer I think we tasted last year. I think Nick did it, and we talk about this every year. I think we might do this one every year because it is one of our favorites from Sam Adams. We talk about how the old label used to be a picture of Old Fezziwig tipping his cap to a person. If you don't know, Old Fezziwig is from Christmas Carol with Charles Dickens, and I think he's the Scrooge apprentices underneath Fezziwig, and he's obviously a jovial man, he's a nice man, unlike Scrooge. So let's taste this out. As before, Nick tried it last year, but it's always a good solid winter beer. Once again, took my hefty gulp. Solid beer, it tastes very good. So the Old Fezziwig is an ale. It is rich in spice, as it says in the can. Ale brewed with cinnamon, ginger, and orange peel with a 5.9% alcohol by volume. And the back of the can says, like the character that inspired it, this spiced ale is warm, festive, and worthy of a celebration all of its own. Its full body accompanies a deep malt character, sweet toffee flavors, and rich dark caramel. And if you look at the beer too, if we get a close-up shot up here, it is a deep color, rich color. It definitely has that almost like caramel flavor to, not flavor, but look to it. And the taste of the beer, you do taste the ginger in there, a little bit of the citrus from the orange peel, and a little ginger and cinnamon, but it's a very solid ale. My take today is about Juan Soto and his signing with the New York Mets in a historical contract, the largest sports contract in the history of sports. First, let's start with the Mets. Congratulations. Tip of the cap. You beat the Yankees. You did it. You outbid on a huge free agent, someone who was on the New York Yankees and left it to go to Queens. It's, as Yankee fans, just sit here and, can't really say much about it. Juan Soto's a great player. He did great things for the Yankees. He's great production, great offensive player. And it's going to be tough for the Yankees to fill that production, but that's a great move by you guys. But bask in it, revel in it right now. But things aren't done. Championships are won in October, not in December. There's more to build. Fortify that bullpen. Mets' problem wasn't scoring runs in the postseason. It was more of stopping other teams from scoring. And they have a tough road. They have two very good teams in their own division. They have the Phillies, the Braves, and they have in the league the Dodgers, who just signing everyone, who just got better after winning a World Series, who didn't just settle on winning that World Series. They want to win more. They want a dynasty. And they have to go against them every year, possibly, in the postseason. They have to beat that team. That's the team to beat for everyone. Yankees, Mets, end of the Major League Baseball has to be the Dodgers. And, listen, I think it happened. But right now, good for the Mets. Tip your hat to them. And the Yankee fans got to move on. My next point is the New York Yankees. I think they changed their ways. They're no longer the big bad bullies in the block. They're not going to be able to just spend and outbid everyone and get every free agent to come here. Dodgers are spending money. The Giants are offering giant contracts. The Mets clearly are involved in that with Steve Cohen, the new owner. They have to change. I think they have to look more at player development, more at scouting, and find players or build players through other means than buying them off as free agents later on in their careers. The Yankees have to go to the Plan B now. Take the money you're going to give Juan Soto, get a first baseman, get a third baseman, get a left fielder, and I think without Juan Soto signing here, I think it allows the Yankees to fill in those plugs or plug those holes, the gaps they had in their roster that cost them to lose the World Series. They weren't great defensively. They didn't have a lot of contact hitters besides Soto, Judge, and Stanton. There wasn't much production besides those three guys in the postseason. So I think it's actually might be a blessing for the Yankees. They didn't pay all this money to one guy, that they could fill all the gaps in and make a better roster completely. So, but I think they need to change their ways. I think maybe get rid of the hair policy, get rid of the beard, the shaving policy. And one of the rumors is that Juan Soto didn't like the way Yankee security treated his family, so maybe be more open to families and kids coming into the clubhouse or the locker room, whatever it might be. Just be more family friendly, maybe. I don't know. That's just a rumor, but there's just one suggestion that I have for them. But the Yankees have to change their ways if they want to be dominant once again. It's tough to, 27 championships, but half of them happened, in early part of last century, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and some of the 60s and 70s, a lot of fans are no longer there. I'm 37 years old. I luckily saw 5 championships. But younger fans are going to start getting annoyed. They're not seeing any championships. Not going to be that Yankee caliber. Seeing none of those 90s teams. I'm getting older. Other people are getting older. If you want to be Yankees again, be the New York Yankees and figure it out. And change your ways to the new competition or the new way of spending and building a roster. Lastly, my point is about Juan Soto. Yankee fans are screaming, "Fuck you, Soto. Hate this guy, he's not loyal." We knew what he was. It was a 1-year deal. Yankees took a risk. They made that trade. They gave up Michael King, which is obviously in hindsight looks terrible now because you didn't win the World Series, but it was a World Series or bust every year for this team. And they thought that Juan Soto was the one to put them over. We won the AL. We got to the World Series. Nice, but there's no consolation prizes. Not a championship. Yankees are World Series or bust no matter what. Every year. And for them not to get it this year and lose Juan Soto in free agency, they made that trade for 1 year of Juan Soto being here. And clearly he's a mercenary. If you thought he was going to be loyal to you, to the Yankees or to the fans, I don't know what to tell you. I got a bridge to sell you if you believe that. The biggest contract is offered to him in sports history. He's 25, turning 26 years old. Any 25-year-old probably would take that contract in a heartbeat. If someone was to offer you to take your job or give you your same job somewhere else, but for more money, you would do it in a heartbeat. And don't say you wouldn't. Say you stay loyal to someplace. You wouldn't. And as Yankee fans, we see that loyalty, right? If we were a Major League Baseball player, we would want to be the Yankees, obviously. But players don't have that same mentality as us. And it's a livelihood for them. It's their careers. They're going to pick the highest bidder. And Juan Soto did that. And I can't fault him for that. I can't hate him. Sorry, I'm not going to burn my jersey. I have a 22 jersey. My favorite number is 22, so it's going to be my own jersey now until a new Yankee player starts wearing number 22. I had a 24 Tino, became a Ruben Sierra, it became a Robinson Cano, and it became a Gary Sanchez jersey. For all those generations, I was a kid. So keep your 22 jerseys. You never know, the next great Yankee might be wearing 22, and you'll be wanting that jersey back. So don't burn any jerseys. Don't care about Juan Soto. Let him beat up the Mets, because after all, they're just the Mets.
It wasn't a hatred of the Mets. They were just, how we looked at it was just the Mets, right?
All right, that was my take, and then let's get back to the beer. This is a very good beer. Like I said, this is, sorry, I had to take a sip mid statement there, because this is a very good beer. It's seasonal beer. It's out every year. I was under the impression that they actually changed it every year, because it was 1 year they had like a 2022 one or 2020, but it doesn't really matter. Apparently, looked it up. It's always the same recipe. It hasn't really changed. It's always constant. But great beer. Sam Adams does a great job. Their winter beers, their seasonal pack is always very solid. I like the OVP day 1. Check that out. But winter lager, I think I did it on day 6. Loved it. But the old Fezziwig, it's another solid beer. I'm going to give it a 3. I think it's worth more than that. It comes in ranking this beer. So we give it 3 flights out of 5. And that's it. That's the take. That's my beer. And happy holidays. See everyone later.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to That Sports Podcast Network for all the Beer and a Take segments.